Hello everybody, welcome back to EAFC 25 with the Aston Villa save, where second place take on fourth place. We are taking on Chelsea in the first game of today's episode as we edge ever closer to the January transfer window, which you have all been giving me some recommendations down in the comments section about what sort of players we should be looking at and who we could potentially bring in, and it's allowing us to grow a bit of a short list of options here. So yeah, we've got a few options in here. If you don't see your recommended player in here, just let me know and I'll get them added, but we do have to add somebody else. Let me go and check the comments and we'll find that player. And that player was Leif Davies, who, I don't know if we need this player or not. I'm not sure what it is. It's a left back, so potentially could be rotation or backup to Matson on that side, but we'll definitely shortlist him in there. Form is bad, value 12 million. He's joining Freiburg when the transfer window's open, so we'll leave him on the shortlist, but he is already joining another club from Ipswich Town, going to the Bundesliga out there. But yeah, so we're coming up close. We have been asked also to, in terms of scouting, go and send a scout out to... That's not where I want to go. That's not what I want to do. I want to send my scouts. That's what I was looking for. I was one away from it. It's been a tough day at work. These are all scouting players, although Pavo Tim has found absolutely no one in Ireland. So can we call him back? Manage scout. There we go. Relocate the scout. He has been asked to go to the MLS, no less. So we're going to be going to America to see what Pavo Tam can find out there. See if we can find another talent like John Duran. And then, yes, we'll be going through December as 2 episodes, if I remember rightly. It's been a little while since I've recorded this. But, yeah, so we're going to do Chelsea today. Then we're going to simulate Brentford, simulate Southampton. We'll play Leipzig and then simulate Forest. And then in the end of December episode, we'll come back for the Carabao Cup semi-final, I think it is, maybe quarter-final against Bournemouth and Man City, and then simulate Newcastle and Brighton, I think is what we're going to do in that one. Maybe we'll simulate Man City and come do Bournemouth and Newcastle and then simulate Brighton. I'm not sure. Anyway, in today's episode, it's definitely going to be Chelsea and Leipzig, with these other 3 games simulated in their entirety. I was going to say, obviously, we're not going to part simulate them. We're going to completely simulate them. But first up is Chelsea. So I'll pick the team, and we'll be back to go through the lineups. Okay, so we're underway. I don't know why the match intro didn't happen, but I definitely didn't skip it. But it hasn't happened, so we're in. We've got a couple of changes. We've got Ramsey starting in on the right hand side ahead of Elias Yalert here, who's on the ball, and we've got Onana pushed up in central midfield starting. We are starting Kamara in holding midfield, and well, John McGinn's on the ball here early doors. Let's see if we can get something happening. Matson on the left, tackled well by Neto. Chelsea lining up sort of as you would expect. Cole Palmer starting in attacking midfield. We've got Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo in there. Neto starting on the right, as you can see here. And they've got Jackson starting up front. So both teams sort of lining up as you would expect. Just a couple of changes for Unai Emery's Aston Villa. And in the next game, I promise that we'll have the intro. Oh, a ball over the top from Cole Palmer, but it's not going to be just the right weighted. It'll go through to Emi Martinez as Konza looks in towards McGinn. Oh, Watkins couldn't turn there as Sancho comes forward with the ball. Caicedo in midfield. Jackson is robbed very well by Torres. And Matson can just get that one out of his feet. Konza. Now, obviously, Aston Villa having a very good season so far, up in second in the league. And the new signings, such as Elias Yalert, have performed very well so far, to be honest, as Ramsey lays that one off. McGinn on his right foot. It's hit Ollie Watkins in the arse, and he's offside. John McGinn floats one over the top, looks towards Elias Yalert, who is getting forward very well in this current system. Onana comes forward, he looks towards Ollie Watkins, but a good interception from Caicedo, and Chelsea will look to counter. It's been a pretty even game. I'd say we've probably edged it as Aston Villa at the moment. That's really good closing down from Kamara, who's going to be looking for a run in the team. There were some comments saying, he is the better midfielder when he's back from injury. He likely will be the main man in that holding midfield role. Ollie Watkins has picked up some space here. It's a really good block from new signing Bremer in that Chelsea back line. And again, they just go long over the top and really not doing much with the ball when they get it. Enzo Maresca's men not looking anything like the title contenders they would want to be, and they are nearly going to be split open. Gusto for the home team doing really well. Good ball down the line as well to find Neto. He's gone back to Gusto, looks towards the edge of the area. Cole Palmer just forced back towards Caicedo. Good possession football here from Chelsea as Neto comes forward with it. Still going Neto. He's drifted in from that right hand side and getting on the ball a lot. Sort of acting like a playmaker here. Kamara nearly nicks the ball from Cole Palmer. And it looks like we've weathered the storm a little bit there as Sancho, lovely strength from Jadon Sancho to hold off Elias Yelert. Sancho going down the left. Two inverted sort of forwards and wingers in for Chelsea. It is making it all a little bit narrow. Jadon Sancho is sort of keeping his width, but Elias Yelert has actually defended him really well. That's a terrible pass from Ramsey. Bloody hell. Oh, and it could give Chelsea a chance here because Jackson, he's got a man square, goes on his own. Good save, Martinez. Corner ball then. Cole Palmer swings this one in. Header from Sancho. Well done, Emi Martinez. And we could have a bit of a counter-attack here if Ollie Watkins can bring... Oh, it was Ramsey up there. I thought it was Watkins, but Ramsey actually did really well to just get a little touch on his head, but the defender recovered, and it's turning into end-to-end this. A few tackles flying in as well as the referee plays advantage. Gusto comes forward. Well done, Konza. Konza just gets the ball out of his feet. Lays it up to Rodgers. He can look infield and find John McGinn. John McGinn to Ramsey. McGinn's carried on his run here, and John McGinn looks over towards Ollie Watkins. Can't quite bring it down. Onana is battling for it, but loses out to Palmer. Nicholas Jackson, good ball inside. Cole Palmer's in the area, shoots. Martinez, big one-handed save again. Corner comes in. It's going to be towards that near post. Brenner gets a touch on it. Really good tackle from Morgan Rodgers there, as he's going to look to break away. Morgan Rodgers has Ramsey ahead of him. We're trying to go a bit long with it now and see what we can do, but Gusto covers well. John McGinn just gets the pass off and gets it back. Does he from Onana? No, he doesn't. And it's just been a bit scrappy. 4 minutes to go until half-time. We started the better team, but Chelsea have definitely grown into the game, and their fans are getting behind them well, as Nicholas Jackson's done very well here. Into the area, Pau Torres has actually done very well. Nearly lost the ball in a dangerous position, but manages to hold on. Henry Konza hasn't got too many options here, but we managed to get the ball out. Matson. Long loopy ball out to the wing. Oh, Ramsey's done incredibly well. Elias Yelert does get a toe on the ball. It's covered well by Fofana. So, half-time then, 0-0 at Stamford Bridge. It's been a battle of attrition, I would say. No one's really stood out to take the game on to the next level. No real goal-scoring chances of note. A couple of good saves from Martinez. Let's get into the second half. So, into the second half, then no changes for either team, as Aston Villa are going to look to get on the attack straight away here, and Elias Yelert has picked up a bit of space on this right-hand side. Not too many options in the middle. He has one at the back post, which is Amadou Onana, who has won the corner there. I think he's headed that against Gusto. He has. And it's going to be John McGinn's first corner of the day. John McGinn loops it up towards that near post. Gusto, with a very good defensive header, can get it away. Oh, and John McGinn was just making a good run I was trying to pick out there. Matson is going to dink this one across. Konza can head it back to Elias Yelert. Oh, that's not a good pass. It has made its way through to John McGinn, and we hold on to possession. Oh, Boubacar Kamara, terrible pass. Easy for Sancho to intercept that one. And Chelsea looking to get a first foothold into this second half. Neto has done really well. Found Cole Palmer. Gives it back to Neto. What a save from Martinez on the rebound, though. Jackson has better strength than Elias Yelert, and he puts the home team 1-0 up. And neither team have deserved to take the lead, to be honest, but it's Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea who gives the home team the lead. Palmer and Neto, really good 1-2. Great foot save from Martinez. Elias Yelert sort of ran into the back of Jackson to try and put him off. It didn't work, and it's 1-0 Chelsea. Ramsey, lovely turn. He's got a bit of space to get into, but I didn't have the pace, and there was no real runners off the ball to help there. And that is a bit of a problem we're finding at the moment, and we're not able to get the ball up to Ollie Watkins and give him a go. He's in such good form this season, but in this game Chelsea have done a very good job of sort of stifling any chance of us getting the ball through to him, as Jackson, the goal scorer, comes forward again, holds it up well, finds Jadon Sancho, goes back to Jackson looking for his second of the game. Good block on that one from Konza, who's to be fair to him had a good game at the back. Ramsey infield to Onana. That's a good pass. Onana does get the ball up to Watkins, his first real involvement in the game, and Matson looks up towards Onana. Great header down to find Morgan Rodgers. Morgan Rogers tries to just get it back onto his right foot. Swings across to the edge of the box. Knocked down. John McGinn. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Sanchez with a huge save in goal for Chelsea. Corner ball. John McGinn going to put a little bit more on this one into a dangerous area. Nicholas Jackson, the centre forward, doing some really good defensive work back there. John McGinn just trying to create some space, and he has created a bit of space. Gusto, good challenge. It'll be another corner. John McGinn looking to swing this one again into a dangerous area. Watkins pulls off his man. He gets his head to the ball, but it's easy for Sanchez. Kamara won the ball well, really well in central midfield. Onana, great ball into Watkins. Watkins, oh my God, I forgot. I've got precision shooting on. So if you're not actually looking at the goal, it's going to be horrendous. And that is one of the worst shots you'll ever see in your life. Elias Yalert, Rogers and Onana coming off. Barkley, Matty Cash and Jadon Philogene coming on for the Villains. Oh, I can't believe that. The one time we've actually cut Chelsea open. Really good pass into the feet of Ollie Watkins. And I've absolutely massacred the shot because of precision shooting, which I have been using for the whole save, by the way. I am used to it, but for some reason I had a complete brain fart there and just completely forgot that would happen. And yeah, horrendous. Pau Torres had a decent tackle. Could have been a foul, but we have kept the ball. Here is John McGinn, who's had a good game, John McGinn. Let's be honest, he's not let his team down, the club captain. Philogene, no, that's not going to make it through. Easy for Bremer. Jackson into Neto. Cole Palmer's made a good run, but we managed to cover the run off. Neto doing really well. Jackson, infield to Palmer. Cole Palmer, good save. Martinez again. Oh, the Argentine in goal is saving our blushes at the moment. Sancho holds on to the ball, goes for a really good pass to the edge of the area, but Enzo Fernandez is closed down quickly. Here is Ramsey. Ramsey just takes a heavy touch. Cole Palmer looks to get away. He's got through the challenge of Konza. Cole Palmer could be in. Pau Torres, what a challenge that is from the Spaniard at the back. Just when he had to get it right, he really did. Ramsey. In it goes to Barkley. Encourages Maatsen forward from left back. Maatsen tries to turn, but Neto's covered him all the way and done a really good job. Pedro Neto is probably man of the match for, well, in this, I'd say for Chelsea, but in this game, he has probably been the best player on the pitch. Ramsey gets around the tackle of Cucurella really well. Ramsey still going. Has he delayed that pass a little bit too late? He has, bollocks. So a substitution for Chelsea. I think that's Gusto coming off to be replaced by Ben Chilwell, who's a man frozen out in real life at Chelsea. And Villa are going to make some changes. John Duran hasn't been a super sub for us, but he is a super sub in real life for Villa. Let's see if he can channel that now. And then at the back, Tyrone Mings on for the last 10 minutes to replace a very tired Konza. Felange does really well to get round the first challenge. And Aston Villa are moving the ball well. Ramsey again, just maybe guilty of holding on for it, but for a bit too long. McGinn out wide to Matty Cash. Matty Cash just trying to hold this one up. He's got a good run down the line and he is onside here. Jacob Ramsey is onside. Tries to fire it in low. Bremer's well placed. Oh my God, it's nearly an own goal. Cleared off the line. Matty Cash with a really good header. Up it goes to Duran, but he's tackled. Badia Shields' clearance is really bad. Barkley, oh, it's just past the post from Ross Barkley against his former club. Oh my word. Again, I'm enjoying my half an hour without my brace on, but that is a terrible finish on precision again. Matty Cash, surely the last opportunity now for Aston Villa as John McGinn comes forward, round the dangled foot, out from the back there. Great ball through. Duran's in. Duran! Oh, he's missed the target. What a save from Sanchez. What a save. I knew I'd got that one on target. I didn't feel like I'd missed the target. What a save from Sanchez that is. That is massive. That is an absolutely massive save from Sanchez in goal. Oh my word. Right, the last minute of the game. John McGinn swings in a corner. In it goes. Oh, Brenner gets his head to the ball. It's half away. Jackson's there. Can he complete the clearance? Caicedo does. It's 1-0 Chelsea. What a save from Sanchez in the last minute of the game. Oh my word, what a save. What a save from Sanchez. I still can't believe it. Absolutely unbelievable. We'll get Philogene in here as a left. Yeah, we're not going to play him like that, so that's fine. He can replace that. But oh my word, so gutted. We grew into that game and just couldn't get it done, could we? We just couldn't get it done. Next up is Brentford. We'll be simulating this one and hopefully picking up 3 points here. I don't know if we need any sort of changing to our team. Everyone looks fit. Konza could probably do the rest. So we'll bring in Tyrone Mings at the back. In fact, it probably should be Diego Carlos, really. He is the better defender than Tyrone Mings. So we'll go for that. To start with, I actually quite liked how having Onana in a more advanced role was really nice. However, we do have a little bit of a fitness issue there for Kamara, who's not had too much match time. So we'll go for that. We'll quick sim this one against Brentford, and it's a 2-1 loss. Wow, okay. Lewis Potter got the winner in the 76th minute. Andre Silva got an equaliser after McGinn scored in the first minute. 58% possession, 6 shots. But Brentford edged it 2-1. So next up is Southampton, another one we are going to be simulating here. Rodgers is going to get a rest. We'll start Ramsey on the left, and then Jadon can go onto the bench. Elias Yalert, Conza Torres, Maatsen is a little bit tired. Don't really want to play Digne though because we're selling him. Leon Bailey's tired as well, but let's start Duran out there. I know it's not his favoured position, but we'll go with that, and then we are going to do what I wanted to do last time, which is start Kamara in that holding midfield role as such. Right, let's quick sit in this one, and it's a 2-1 win against Southampton. That is more like it. Onana got a goal, as did Watkins as well, so Watkins getting another one. Cornet got a consolation goal, but all good. 2-1 win. Lovely. Domination, actually. 61% to 39% possession and 8 shots to 3. Lovely. Okay, next up we are travelling away to Leipzig. There is no news to tell you anything, really, about anything. We have no incoming or outgoing offers in terms of the squad. I'm actually really happy with how the squad is balanced so far. I'm just wondering if... is there anybody we actually want to put on the transfer list? We've got a few contracts expiring relatively soon. I sort of feel like we could probably not care about Olsen. He can probably go on the transfer list. Digne's going, so that's okay. Howes, I think we've got to keep around, right? We'll just let his contract expire. Mings, definitely could sell Mings if we get a decent offer for him. Matty Cash, I'm not against selling Matty Cash, but I don't want to transfer list him because we've only got 2 right backs. I want to keep Kamara, Onana, and people like that. Barkley, I think he's brand new to the club, so it'd be very unrealistic to transfer list him. Tielemans, I'm not going to transfer list, but if someone comes in with a big bid because he's a good player, then I think he's replaceable. Bellingham's obviously a new signing. Ramsey, a good young player at the club. Rodgers, a good young player. Jadon, a good young player at the club as well. Buendia, I do think I'm open to selling Buendia. I think he's the one that's like obvious to be sold, so we'll get him on the transfer list as well. And then Watkins and Duran I'll keep. Watkins, if there's a realistic offer, right, if someone from like the Champions League comes in and makes an offer which is too good to turn down, then we will look to replace him. And I think it's a realistic playthrough, right? So if a player is coming to the club and has a bid on him, which is from like, so let's say Real Madrid bidded for Ollie Watkins, obviously the player in real life is probably going to be like, yeah, I want to go and play for Real Madrid. So we have to consider things like that as well. So we're going to start with that again. I know Kamara's a little bit tired, but we're going to start like that. Leon Bailey is a little bit tired as well. So let's give Jadon the start on that side. And yeah, Elias Yalert, Conza Torres, Maatsen, Kamara, McGinn, Onana, Watkins, Rodgers, Virgin, Martinez in goal. I don't think we need to change anything on the bench, really. No, let's go. I sort of feel like I just don't know about. I'm going to take Digne off. And we're going to put Diego Carlos on the bench because we're selling Digne, so I really don't want him getting any more game time, to be honest. But here we go, into play Leipzig. Here we are then for a Champions League night under the lights at the Leipzig Red Bull Fußball Arena. It is a big, big game in the Champions League. Aston Villa have been stuttering in this while they've been performing quite well in the league. Coming off the back of a 2-1 win over Southampton, they face Red Bull Leipzig. Here we are then in Germany for another night of Champions League action. Red Bull Leipzig lining up with new signing Reece James at right back. Klosterman, Gertruda and Raum make up the back four. Gulaxi is in goal. In front of them in midfield, we are playing Savold and Schlager for Red Bull Leipzig. Simons and Baumgartner are the other wingers, and up front is Shesko, the main man, partnering, I think it was Poulsen, but I didn't actually catch that name just quickly enough before that went. Aston Villa, not really making any changes. We went through them before anyway. Let's get into the game. And it is the away team, Aston Villa, that get us underway at a rainy Leipzig stadium here, as we're giving another run out to Kamara in holding midfield. He has been, not only were the comment section saying he should get a bit more football, he has now been moaning at us as well to say he wants some more football. So we will gladly give him that and give him a chance to impress. That's some good footwork from Onana to get away. Good ball into Jadon, who's making a rare start today, but he gives the ball away. Oh, a lovely back heel from Upenda. It's Upenda up with Sesko. Sorry, that's what it is, not Poulsen. As Upenda outside the foot. Great save from Martinez. Rebounds there. Shot from Sesko. Great save from Martinez again. 0-0 still, thanks to our Argentine in goal. And it's going to be Javier Simons with the corner here. Probably a short option potentially. Yes, it is going to be short as Elias Yellert comes out to try and close that down. Good block on it from our defender. And John McGinn can just look to get this one away. Onana can flick it down to Maatsen. And we've done well to hold on to the ball there. Kamara, that's a poor pass. Great little flick over the top. Openda's in behind again. Pau Torres gets a wonderful foot on the ball there. Really had to get that one right. As it's another wayward pass from our midfield. But luckily Kamara has won this one back. John McGinn flicks it off. He's fouled, but the referee says play on because Elias Yellert has seen the run of Watkins, who's pulled a little bit wider. Ball held up in the rain. Elias Yellert gets it back, from Watkins. Flicks it out to Maatsen with a rifled effort. Oh, it's not too far away. And it's a yellow card for Red Bull Leipzig player Sivold. Onana, lovely ball out to find Elias Yellert. Again, pushing up in that right back position. Really doesn't mind getting forward. Off it goes to Onana again. Oh, we're getting a few more shots off from range. Not quite hitting the target yet. We're having much more of the ball than RB Leipzig, and part of that is Onana in midfield's having a great game. And he's onside, Rodgers. No, he's not. Just off the American. But is he American? I think he's English, actually. But Morgan Rodgers, oh, he's miles off. Both of them were miles off. Watkins dinks it through. This time Rodgers is onside. Morgan Rodgers in a really good position. Tries to just hoik it in towards Elias Yellert, who's up there. What's he doing up there? John McGinn, great first touch to bring it down. John McGinn with a rifled effort, deflected. And it will go behind for a corner off Klosterman. The captain now with that fierce shot will have this corner. John McGinn swings it in towards Ollie Watkins. Baumgartner with a really good header away, to be fair to him. And, well, it couldn't have been him that did the first one because he did the second one. McGinn. Onana. Just waiting for an option into... Oh, he looked in towards Ollie Watkins and a really good interception. Not a good pass out, though. Maatsen has read that well, but just robbed at the crucial moment. Xavi Simons has turned away here from his man, and we haven't really got the pace to catch him up. Xavi Simons goes for the chip over Martinez, and he scores. And Red Bull Leipzig on a counter-attack. Xavi Simons, what a finish. Really good counter-attacking football from Leipzig. Just when you think Aston Villa are piling on the pressure, Leipzig go down the other end and score. And it's that boy wonder, Xavi Simons. And it's a really good finish. Martinez just started coming out. He is a sweeper keeper. But, yeah, good finish from Simons there. 1-0 to the home team. And our Champions League woes carry on. Oh, Xavi Simons, it's another wonderful turn. He is just completely dictating play. He's overhit that pass a little bit, though. But, yeah, he is looking all the points of a wonder kid that you would imagine. I've got a feeling he's still on loan from PSG, I think, this season. But, yeah, they've got one hell of a player on their hands there in real life. He is going to be absolutely superb. Kamara. I feel like I'm rushing it. I'm trying to rush the passes a little bit too much. It's really well read by Emery Konza out there. Rodgers lays it back to Onana. Can just go back out to Rodgers again, but again being held up in the rain, the ball, and it's a wet surface in Leipzig. As that's a good ball through into Sesko. Sesko gives it back. Oh, a lovely bit of skill from Baumgartner. Completely fooled me there. It could be a penalty. Referee plays on. 2-0 Leipzig. Raum scores it. What a bit of skill from Baumgartner. Absolutely fooled me like there's no tomorrow. Honestly thought he was back healing that. I really hope that's in the replay because that's fantastic from the AI to bring out that bit of skill. It's a lovely finish from Raum. Probably would have been a penalty anyway for the foul on Sesko. But as it came through, we're going to get shitty POV cam. Obviously, who thought this was a good idea in the game? It's the worst camera angle in human history. But Baumgartner, it was all because of his skill before. Lovely poke through the gap. And Raum fires it past Martinez. 2-0 Leipzig. Reece James dinks a ball into space. Great touch and hit. Martinez with a big save. It was a really good touch there from Openda to take it away from Konza. But yeah, we're just getting outclassed in Europe. We really are. We play very well in the league. I think other than the draw against Juventus, it's all been pretty disappointing in the league, in the Champions League. Onana just strides forward with the ball so well. Finds McGinn. McGinn holds it up and gives it out to Yellert. Elias Yellert tries to swing it in towards Watkins. He gets a flick header on. But there's no one in an Aston Villa shirt there to pounce at the back post. It's probably our best move. It looks like we might have a little injury in the middle of the midfield. Potentially at the back. Yes, it is. Number 44 is Kamara, I think, which is a shame, given that it's his first real involvement in Champions League football for us. Sesko, what a back heel that is again. Red Bull Leipzig massively enjoying themselves tonight. Red Bull Leipzig holding this 2-0 lead then. John McGinn is going to try and spread this one over to the other side. Oh, Reece James, I'd say got a bit lucky with that. We're coming up to half-time. It's been an action-packed game, but Leipzig have taken their chances and the skills they've brought out have been amazing, and Openda is offside. So yeah, Boubacar Kamara is struggling with that injury. He can hopefully make it through till half-time. He's picked out a nice pass here to Elias Yalert. Jadon spreads it across, but it is half-time. Villa need to find another gear. So the second half gets underway. One change for Aston Villa, who find themselves 2-0 down. It is Kamara off to be replaced by Tielemans, the holding midfielder. Just couldn't get that problem out of his legs to make his way out for the second half. So Red Bull Leipzig are starting very, very well here at the moment. Here is Reece James. Up it goes to Openda. Reece James again just cuts in field. Lovely back heel to find Openda. Can he get a shot off Martinez? Big save. The corner will be crossed in by Xavi Simons, and Watkins is back there with a really good defensive play. Baumgartner again, what a back heel. Like, he is cooking today, Baumgartner. He's having a fantastic match, and I really can't deal with him at the moment. I just cannot get my passes right today. Sesko in again off our loose pass from playing out from the back. Baumgartner goes to Raum. We might need to get Johan Duran on just as a bit more of a target man. I'm struggling to play out. Xavi Simons on the ball. Lovely step over to create a bit of space for himself. Simons is in, but Pau Torres with a really good defensive challenge there. And now we can look to get it away. Tielemans, his first real action on the ball, and it's a lovely pass to find Jadon out on this side. As Jadon comes forward with it. Again, not many options for the young winger to use. Onana does find Tielemans. Tielemans just holds it up, waiting for a good run. Tielemans looks out wide. Out to Elias Yalert. Decent first touch, not the best. Lovely little Cruyff turn to create some space. Jadon hits it to John McGinn. Good shot. It was probably going on target. Comes back out to Elias Yalert again. Just trying to create that little space for a cross if we can. And we have dug out enough space. In it goes. It's headed away. The first bit of pressure really in this second half from Aston Villa results in nothing. Tielemans, that's a good looking pass. Out to find Rodgers. Rodgers looked for the reverse pass to Watkins but couldn't get it through. 63 minutes gone. There are substitutes warming up for Aston Villa. It looks like Big Duran is going to come on and give Aston Villa a different sort of option here. That's a really good tackle from Konza there. Tielemans pings it out again. He has made a difference since coming on. Tielemans, in that goes. Is Watkins. Did he stay onside? Ollie Watkins, no he didn't. So Red Bull Leipzig taking off the booked Seevold in that first half to replace by Lukeba at the back. It's a good substitution, I think, for them to make, freshening it up with the legs in midfield. Aston Villa with a host of changes as well. Duran is going to come on up front. Barkley, Bellingham and Cash also all on. Fresh legs in the midfield for the villains as well. Sesko, that's a really nice ball through. Martinez is out, hasn't got there. I didn't bring him out. He's just come off his line to try and claim it. It held up in the rain, and Openda makes it 3. It's a Champions League disaster again for Aston Villa. We just cannot bring our league form to the Champions League, it seems. It's a lovely finish through the legs. 3-0. Jadon, good ball out to the right-hand side towards Matty Cash. Just too slow. Rams on him. And we have been second best to everything today. 20 minutes to go. And yeah, Leipzig, I think, can see the floodgates opening here. Their two-man system has really put me off. Good turn from Morgan Rodgers as he just makes his way through. Rodgers tries to put it in towards Duran. Little flick on header. But again, we can't get there. Leipzig covering all the angles and all the positions. They have just played so well as a unit today. And new director of football will be very impressed, Jurgen Klopp, as it's a 2-on-1 situation here. Eventually we have to go over. They've reading it to Xavi Simons. Great save from Martinez. And yeah, Red Bull Leipzig just carving through us whenever they want. That is a terrible ball out from Maatsen. Here is Inake Williams, who they've also got brought on as a substitute. But yeah, it's just absolutely relentless this. Ross Barkley holds it up, but he's tackled by Costello Jr. as Williams comes forward again, tries to poke that one through. We cover it well. And it's going to be pulled back for a free kick. Ball through, Rodgers trying to find Duran. He's got the strength, he's got the pace, and he's still going, but 2 men on 1 just does not work in Aston Villa's favour. And I think this is a game that Unai Emery can just try and forget about, get back to the training ground and make sure they're working on what they need to work on. Ross Barkley has done nothing in this game. And he's not going to be putting himself in favour for a start anytime soon. Inake Williams, good save from Martinez. And Aston Villa pick up another injury. Ross Barkley, who's won the ball back here, is actually carrying a knock. He's gone long towards Duran. Maybe we have to do that. We should have done that. There's not really that much time to do it anymore, but we should have done that earlier in the game, is just play the long ball forward. We've got a chance here for a consolation. Can we do it? Rodgers coming in. Oh, it's a great tackle from Gertruda. How has he won that challenge? That's absolutely unbelievable. I thought I'd got the body in the way, but not to be. 5 minutes to go. Joe Bellingham, really good interception, trying to launch one last counter-attack, but honestly, I think Red Bull Leipzig have been the best team we've played in this save. I honestly think they've been the best team that we've played, and yeah, they've just absolutely bossed the game. Nearly got that ball through to Duran, but it's not been the best episode, has it? It's not been the greatest. A loss to Chelsea thanks to that Sanchez wonder goal. A loss to Brentford in the sim as well, and then a win against Southampton. So I think playing on Legend, I think we're going to find our true level. But it finishes here 3-0 Leipzig. Just because I think this will be a slightly longer episode, I've cut out the interviews. I have done them. I've just cut them out. So yeah, Olsen, I'm just looking at options, mate. Ramsey, you were missed out. Keep working on your game. And Tielemans, I'm proud of you. You're doing pretty well, mate. So yes, there we go. We're gonna sim. I forgot. We're gonna sim, aren't we? We're gonna sim the Nottingham Forest game. And get to that one, get that one simmed and done, and then be back for the second episode in December, and then head on in to the January transfer window, which will be pretty weird. Okay, you're feeling good. Don't worry, I'll come to the right season. And Ramsey, I'll think about it, mate. You're getting enough game time, mate. Stop moaning. Stop moaning about everything. All right. Okay then. Going into the sim game then, we're going to be playing Ramsey, Watkins and Bailey up front. Ramsey was moaning he wanted to start this one, so he's going to come in and start it, but that's more because Morgan Rogers is knackered. Tyrone Mings is going to come in at left back due to knackered Matson, and Diego Carlos comes into centre back to replace Konza. So we've got a player on the bench. Have I? Who's unavailable? Oh, it's Kamara on the bench is unavailable, which means youngster Bogard can step up to the bench as our holding midfield option, and we're taking on Forest in Forest, and it's a 2-2 draw. Ollie Watkins gets a late equaliser for us. Omabimdeli got them ahead 2-1. Ward-Prowse made it 1-1 after John McGinn scored in the 21st minute. Again, more possession, more shots, but yeah, it seems like we're sort of equaling out to our level now. I think us being second in the league was a little bit inflated from when we were playing on world class before. So yes, there we go. That is the end of December part 1. We are going to be back to play Bournemouth. We'll sim Man City, play Newcastle and sim Brighton, and then we're into the January transfer window. Look at that in December. That is awful. 1 draw, 1 loss, 3 losses so far. Not looking great for Unai Emery's team in December, but that does leave us the standings here. I want to change off that. Why are we looking at the... Oh, because the Carabao Cup's coming up next. That's why we're looking at the Premier League then. We are 4th. That's a little bit more realistic, isn't it? We are 4th. Liverpool top. Chelsea, Man City, us, Arsenal, Spurs. Down the bottom end of the table, Man United down in 14th. Wow. Realistic, some would say. Leicester in 20th. Forest in 19th. And Southampton in 18th. We will be looking to pick some players off the teams that get relegated. Of course, unless we get sacked in the process. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one for December part 2. And yeah, have a good time. See you then. Cheers.